what is your association? What associates you with right tradition?
Weddings, maybe.
Nice.
Cultural thing. Traditional meals.
Traditional meals,
Dances, traditional festivals, like
Family gatherings. Traditional.
Nice.
clothes, holidays.
Holidays. 76 are associated with this word, right? Okay. Our main topic is tradition, but today we will focus on the importance of tradition to preserve the culture. So, can you tell me what aspects of traditions in your country you like the most, you enjoy?
It is communities during
Yes, Ramadan fast, right?
yes, and also
And
New Year's.
yes, also the best side. Eating, right? Our food,
Wearing new clothes.
yes, it's also great. And
Cooking.
like cooking, traditional.
Yeah.
And the way of our weddings, right?
Yes.
So it is more enjoyable than others, I guess. After our gatherings, because we can dance and this is an occasion, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's write down keywords of our lesson. So today we'll talk most of traditions. Right. Culture. Culture and of course about rituals, customs which include our traditions. Girls, I want to provide you a mini text and you should do multiple choice questions. So, let's start. You are given a short text. It is about traditions and importance of it. So, and you are provided with 8 multiple choice questions. You have 5 minutes.
Yes, say it.
Test 2. Okay, second is B. Yes.
Okay, second. Short one is also A.
Good job. First one is B. B, right?
5 is A. I'm sorry.
It is A. Yes. So, Is it your answer?
I didn't say.
It was a mistake. Okay. Correct it, please. And the last one? D. Yes. Yeah. Okay, girls. Now I want to show you a short video about traditions and culture and the importance of it in our lives. Let's begin. Is it visible?
Okay, then what are customs and traditions? Are they also part of our culture? And if yes, then how are they related to society? Let's understand how society and culture are related. For that, it is pertinent to explore the roots of the word culture. Culture may be described as a software through which we experience all aspects of life. How we think and express ourselves. How we live and understand people. How we eat and drink. And also how we experience happiness, sorrow, and life in general is a function of our cultural condition. It sounds interesting, but can we know this infrastructure? Well, we can certainly try. As per rich life, there are four aspects to culture. 1. Foundation. Any culture has its foundation in A. knowledge system. B. A related philosophy. C. A language through which it is communicated. D. Interesting and compelling legends. 2. Value system. Cultural foundation is the source of associated beliefs, customs, morals, and religions.
What would happen if there is no Diwali, no Holi, or for that matter, no occasion to celebrate in our life? Wouldn't that be boring? What will we do with the money we make? And what will then give us happiness? All this zing and zest, dance and drama, food and literature, through which we rejoice and express our happiness is essential part of a phenomenon called culture. Okay, then what are customs and traditions? Are they also part of our culture? And if yes, then how are they related to society? Let's understand how society and culture are related. But before that, it is pertinent to explore roots of the word culture. Culture may be described as a software through which we experience all aspects of life. How we think and express ourselves. How we view and understand people. How we eat and drink. And also how we experience happiness, sorrow, and life in general is a function of our cultural conditioning. It sounds interesting, but can we put all this into a structure? Well, we can certainly try. As per Rich Life, there are four aspects to culture. 1. Foundation. Any culture has its foundation in A. A knowledge system. B. A related philosophy. C. A language through which it is communicated. D. Interesting and compelling legends. 2. Value system. Cultural foundation is the source of associated beliefs, customs, morals, and religious practices which form a particular value system of that culture. 3. Expression. At the level of society, all knowledge, philosophy, and customs in a particular culture are reflected through performing arts, literature, music, architecture, and food, to name a few. 4. Conduct. At the level of individuals, our cultural identity is reflected in our attitude, behavior, and sense of humor. Now, what is the relationship of culture with society and traditions? Just as culture can be described as software, society, being the set of people who practice a particular culture, can be termed as a hardware. Traditions may be understood to be mechanisms in the form of practices, whether oral or written, which are used by a society to transfer its culture from one generation to the next. Society, culture and traditions collectively constitute a phenomenon called civilization. We may agree that all human creativity is a consequence of the cultural fabric of a particular society. So, does a culture need to be protected? And what could be the threats that various cultures may be facing? Yes, a naturally evolving culture which changes with time may not need protection. However, in the whole human history, business interests and material gains have always overridden and been responsible for destruction and completely wiping out various civilizations. A more connected world today is posing new threats to some of the most beautiful cultural heritages of mankind by changing the mindset of today's youngsters. So, what to do? Very simple. If we take pride in our cultural identity, then we need to be conscious against such threats to our culture and also should actively spread the right word around.
So you have watched this video, and our last lesson we have talked about traveling, right? So what can you say? What we have in common with traveling and so out this video.
Okay, so when we travel, we meet people from another background and we like engaging the atmosphere. Meet their culture.
Yes, I'm not sure. Okay, imagine you are traveling to China. So what aspects or features of this country you will take notes?
First of all, I think that people who travel to China might face problems with food because I heard that Chinese they eat everything because of lack of food, and some of the things that they eat, they often for other people, and people who are going to travel to China they should take into account this. Food scarcity and food is a problem. Also, Chinese people are not very sociable, especially in the foreign ones. So if you lost or you want to find the way to somewhere, you can't just ask some Chinese people the road or something. They just they don't like to talk, and they don't like to talk foreigners in English.
Yes,
They very
And they also don't know English, and
Yes.
they don't want to learn English because they are like more love their language. So if you want to go to China, you should have gift with you. You will speak with them.
So about China, it's always about food, and spicy food and money also, right? Or in Turkey, for example, before going to Turkey, you listen to people talking about taxi charges. It's too high. They can lie to you about the prices. Or before going to Korea, you should know their norms and customs, right? So that's why culture is important for us. By culture, we can figure out how people live there, right? How people act there, and what things you should do or not do. So in internet, you can search what to do or what not to do in that country, and it will give you a bigger picture. Okay, now let's move on. Next activity. I want to divide it into two groups, first group and second group. And I want you to choose one country organized way because I wanted to show us short information. Okay? Let's start. You have 2 minutes for preparation.
In pairs, this
Now, in groups. 2 groups. Girls, time is up. Okay, please stop discussing. Now I want you from each group come to one representative and present their tradition. Okay, which group will start? Are you ready? Okay, you may come. Please. Okay.
Okay, I found that, I don't know it's cultural shock or not, but in China, China is known for being instanced, especially in major cities like 996, working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week. And it's common in some industries which can be overwhelming for those not accustomed to long working hours. It means they like just working. They just work, and you can see they don't have any time to their own life or own interests. They're like ants working.
They are spending their lives
Yes.
in working progress, right? Thank you. Can you sit?
So now I'm going to give you information about my country. In our country, there is a tradition which is called rice steaming. Yes, I think probably many of you have heard about this because when, for example, the boy, or let's say a guy and the girl are dating, and in order to tie the knots, they can just be signed off the boy can steal the girl. So this way they can organize these parties, organize this marriage, weddings, and this way, this is our how wedding party is organized.
Yes. Okay, traditional kidnapping may be very interesting and cultural for many countries, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. And now I want to give you a homework. So for homework, I want to give you a task where you should write a short essay about tradition in our country, or maybe you may choose anyone's culture, tradition, country, what tradition is, and why it's important, because it should represent the country. So the most important tradition of our country is. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. See you next time.
Have a good day.
Bye.